Hello folks, welcome back to the channel and a very good morning from Las Vegas, and we're taking a very special flight today up to St. George Municipal Airport. So Orbx were kind enough to reach out and offer us a chance to preview this upcoming airport. Very much looking forward to the flight. There is a link in the video description if any of you are interested in learning more about the airport. It's quite a cool airport. It's served southern Utah until around 2011, so it's an interesting one in the sense that it's kind of a smaller airport, a little bit off the beaten track. It's not like your big airports that we're starting at here, but a very nice one to have on the books regardless. So very much looking forward to checking that out at the end of the video, and we're also going to be using BeyondATC to see if it can get us there in one piece. Really fascinating time for BeyondATC at the moment. It feels like every day or two there's an update with just stuff going on constantly, so it's one of those where like a video this week could have a very different result from a video next week and the week after and the week after. So I'm really keen to keep sort of dropping in and checking out the work they're doing. Had some mixed results with BeyondATC so far. I kind of feel like if it were to just chill out on the vectoring us when we get closer to the airport, it would be okay. In my experience, taxi's been okay, departure's been okay, cruise has been okay. Occasionally I had a couple of issues where like I couldn't quite get descent clearance in time and it made the flight go a bit weird, and then there was another time where we kind of got vectors and it just vectored us all over the place. Had it just left us alone, it would have been fine. So we'll see how today goes, but yeah, very much looking forward to checking out the new airport from Orbx, and also looking forward to checking out BeyondATC. So it should be a fun video. Stay tuned. I'm going to jump into the plane, get us set up, and we will make our way out of here. Alrighty, first things first, let's get ourselves tuned into the ATIS frequency 132.4 and we will see what's going on here in Las Vegas.
1 right. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Sierra.
Information Sierra.
MC Karen Airport information Sierra. 1349 Zulu. Wind 050 at 14, visibility 10. Temperature 23, dew point -02, altimeter 2985, landing runway 01 left, 08 right, departing runway 01 right, read back all hold short instructions, advise on initial contact, you have information Sierra.
Okay, so that's interesting. SimBrief has given us 26 right, and now ATIS is saying 01 right, so we'll see which one kind of gets the final say there. Will BeyondATC simply look at the flight plan and tell us to go to 26 right, or will it want us to follow the ATIS? That's going to be interesting, so we'll see what happens there. I'm going to get the plane set up and ready to go, and then we will catch up in a few minutes when I'm ready to call for our clearance. Alright, so we are at the point now where we are ready to request our IFR clearance up to St. George. So we've got the clearance frequency in the standby, and we will flip that over to active and we'll give them a call. Las Vegas clearance, Boeing 121 requesting IFR clearance to St. George, information Sierra on board, aircraft type Boeing 737-800.
Boeing 121, Las Vegas clearance, thanks for Sierra, cleared to St. George Airport, Rat Pack tree departure with the Rat Pack transition, then is filed, climb via SID, departure frequency 1 tree 0.905, squawk 5 tree 60.
Jolly good, and of course one of the advantages of being on BeyondATC and not on VATSIM is that you can see exactly what's been set. So we can say we're cleared to St. George on the Rat Pack 3 departure, and then we can sort of read all that back nicely, so we'll go ahead and do that now. Cleared to St. George Airport, Rat Pack 3 departure with the Rat Pack transition, then as filed, climb by a SID, departure frequency 133.905, squawk 5360, Boeing 121.
Negative, departure frequency 1 tree 0.905.
Departure frequency 133.905, Boeing 121. Thought I read that, obviously not.
Negative, departure frequency 1 tree 0.905.
Okay, so this is interesting. I'm sure I read something about this. There's a bug where it struggles to recognize when you say like 9, as in niner. So I'll say niner. Departure frequency 133.905, Boeing 121.
Boeing 121, read back correct.
Yeah.
Contact ground 127.9er when ready for pushback or engine start.
Okay, make sure I say 9 at the end of this one. Contact ground 127.90 when ready for pushback and engine start. Boeing 121. And it wants us, look, this is interesting. So SimBrief did want us to go on to 26 right. Not sure why. However, given that the ATIS was runway, was it 01 right, it said in the ATIS, it has actually gone ahead with that. So that's kind of cool. So, and we kind of need to know that at this point in the setup, because we now need to set up our route, which is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get that plumbed in, and we'll catch up in a minute when we're ready for push and start. Okay, let's just get our ground frequency dialed in, 127.90. We'll switch that over, and we'll ask ground for push and start. Las Vegas ground, Boeing 121, request push and start.
Boeing 121, Las Vegas ground, pushback approved, face southeast.
Pushback approved, face southeast, Boeing 121. Okay, so just bringing up the charts here, you can see this is us here at our gate. So southeast means we want to do our tail to the left and our nose to the right. That will get us facing southeast down here towards Charlie. Okay, so yeah, so nose to the right, tail to the left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push.
And we will go ahead and ask for our taxi clearance. Las Vegas ground, Boeing 121, ready for taxi.
Boeing 121, runway 1 right taxi via Bravo 5, Bravo Delta. Hold short runway 8 left.
Taxi to runway 1 right via Bravo 5, Bravo Delta, hold short 8 left, Boeing 121. Okay, so what does all that mean in terms of what we actually need to do? So here's us here, this little pink arrow. So where is Bravo 5? Here's Bravo 5 here. So we're going to come down Bravo 5 onto Bravo. Then we keep trundling along Bravo until we get to Delta, which is here. We want runway 1 right, which is just here. But look how they kind of intersect. We've got 08 left here and 01 right here, which is why they said hold short runway 08 left. So we're going to stop here at this crossbar, this little orange bar here, and await further instruction where hopefully we'll be told to cross 08 left. Then we can kind of come around, line up until our departure out of 01 right. Fingers crossed I don't make a giant mess of it. Alright, so we've just cleared Bravo 5 and we're now basically just on Bravo. So it's a case of just trundling away along the taxiway until we reach Delta, at which point we will make a left and then hold short of runway 08 left, because we don't want to be crossing any runways without clearance from BeyondATC. Curious to see if they will be a bit on the ball and actually get in touch with us first, or whether we're going to need to stop and then say, please can we cross the taxiway. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so here's where we turn left onto Delta. And then we're going to hold short of runway 08 left. Again, this is a point where BeyondATC could give us a shout and sort of get a bit ahead of the game, tell us to cross while we're still kind of in taxi, save us stopping and starting again, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. There we go. So let's just hold here. See what they do. I think we're going to have to make a call. Las Vegas ground, Boeing 121, holding short 08 left.
Boeing 121, cross runway 8 left at Delta. Continue taxi via Delta Alpha.
Cross runway 8 left, then continue taxi via Delta and Alpha, Boeing 121. Okay. Wasn't bad. Let's get our strobes on, because we are of course crossing a runway. Brakes off and head on over. And it's just a case now of kind of just doing a bit of a U-turn, really. We're going to head down via Delta, then we got Alpha coming up on our left and our right. That kind of crosses in front of us, and we're going to take the
Boeing 121, contact Las Vegas Tower 119.9er.
Las Vegas Tower 119.9er, Boeing 121. There we go, so this is Alpha here.
Negative, tower on 119.9er.
Tower on 119.9er, Boeing 121. Here we go, this is Alpha, so make a right onto Alpha. And we will hold short of runway 1 right. And give Tower a call. Struggles with the Niners, doesn't it? Definitely struggling with that at the moment. Okay, brakes on. What's the frequency? 119.90. Las Vegas Tower, Boeing 121, holding short, runway 1 right.
Boeing 121, Las Vegas Tower, wind 050 at 14, nav to Keypad, runway 1 right, cleared for takeoff.
Nav to Keypad. What's that all about? Okay. Clear for takeoff, runway 1 right, nav to Keypad, Boeing 121. There is the Las Vegas Strip. It looks a bit melted though, doesn't it? Okay, let's get ourselves lined up nicely here. Love the Tobii eye tracker for this. I feel like the taxi instructions we had on the way down here, we were basically following a straight line for most of it, so wasn't too necessary. Jolly good. Alright. Everybody ready? Everybody strapped in? Let's go up to St. George and see what it's got for us. Again, big thanks to Orbx for giving us the opportunity to check this out on the channel. Very much appreciated. And very much looking forward to checking it out. But we've got a bit of flying to do before then, so let's get to it. So, holding it on the brakes, bit of forward yoke pressure. And let the engine stabilise, and we're going to use this little shortcut up here, this little screw, which doubles as a flex takeoff button. Just bring the throttles up to meet where the plane thinks it should be. Okay, bring that yoke pressure back. Rotate. Let's get out of here. Ooh, it's a bit of a kick there. Gear up.
Boeing 121, contact Las Vegas departure.
Okay, Las Vegas departure it is. But what is the frequency? 133950. Yeah, 13395. So it says approach there, but it is right.
Contact Las Vegas departure.
Contact Las Vegas departure on 133.905, Boeing 121. Okay, 133.905. Thank goodness for the autopilot. Las Vegas departure, Boeing 121, airborne, 5,000 feet.
Boeing 121, Las Vegas departure. Good day, radar contact.
Beautiful. Can we get any views of the strip? Almost. Can almost see the, yeah, you can just see the stratosphere there, and what have we got? The that golf course. It's kind of the north end of the strip, isn't it? Yeah, I did very much enjoy my time in Las Vegas, although I do kind of feel like maybe we stayed for just a couple of days too long. I found it quite an intense place to be, and it's really cool the first few days. But by the end of it, I was like, oh man, just get me out of here. It's just too much like stimulant. Just everywhere you look, everything's dying for your attention. And really, it's no wonder, is it, that I've built myself a garden shed that I lock myself inside of. I have no windows, and I play Flight Simulator. Maybe there's a pattern there. I don't know, but yeah, really cool trip nevertheless. And of course, we got to fly on a Virgin 747-400, which of course you just wouldn't be able to do now. So that was in 2015. So super glad that we did it when we had the opportunity to do so. All right, so apparently we're only cruising at like flight level 130 today, which is fine. So we're heading up to the Rat Pack waypoint, at which point I'm going to probably ask for a direct to Mike, because let me just show you the charts again. Yeah, so it's transitioning us into the runway 01 at St George by the Mike. However, look at what it does. If I just zoom out a touch, it wants us to go all the way to St George, then all the way back to Mike, and then do the approach. So after Rat Pack, I'm going to ask for a direct to Mike, and then follow the approach in. That may be the thing that kind of triggers the BeyondATC into mucking up, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Also, keep in mind that if you're unsure of how to say the thing that you want to say, you do have options. You kind of got these kind of text-to-speech options here. So if we wanted to do a direct to...
Boeing 121, request direct to fix. Boeing 121, roger, say fix name.
And then it gives you kind of like your nearest options, although none of those we want, so probably a bad time to have done that, but you get the point. If you're not sure exactly what to say, it can say it for you. And you can also have on auto respond. It can auto tune your radios, which I'm tempted to do actually.
Boeing 121, roger, say fix name.
All right, let's do keypad.
Request direct to Kybad, Boeing 121. Boeing 121, keypad is behind you. Unable direct keypad.
Okay, fair enough.
Boeing 121, turn right, heading 045, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Oh, okay. Not sure I want to do that. We'll acknowledge the instruction, and then just...
Turn right, heading 045, climb and maintain flight level 190, Boeing 121.
Just go to 190, does it?
Boeing 121, contact Los Angeles Center 124.2.
Los Angeles Center on 124.2, Boeing 121. Los Angeles Center, Boeing 121 with you, flight level 170.
Boeing 121, Los Angeles Center, roger. Boeing 121, fly present heading, descend and maintain 7,000, altimeter 2985, St. George Airport landing, runway 1.
Okay. We just get it. Yeah, so this is a good point. If you're just busy, tell it to acknowledge the instruction and it'll talk for you. So descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend and maintain 7,000. Altimeter 2985, St. George Airport landing, runway 1, Boeing 121.
Well, you might be able to get a shortcut on the go here. Or we can go direct to QTAP. Los Angeles Center, Boeing 121, request direct to QTAP.
Boeing 121, Rat Pack is behind you. Unable direct Rat Pack.
I want Rat Pack on.
Boeing 121, altimeter 2987, expect the visual approach, runway 1.
Altimeter 2987, expect the visual approach, runway 01, Boeing 121.
Boeing 121, descend and maintain 7,100, altimeter 2987 vectors for the approach.
Okay, so it wants 2,000. Descend and maintain 7,100, Boeing 121.
Boeing 121, turn left, heading 035.
Negative.
Turn left heading 035, Boeing 121.
Don't fancy that. Don't fancy that. Should we do it? Dare we do it? Don't know. Go on then, let's do it. Let's see what it does. So we're going to have to intercept the glide slope, aren't we? At around about 10 miles out. Oh, that might work. That might work. Let's get some lights on. Engine's back into continuous. Very short flight, this. Let's get yoke cam at the ready, shall we?
Boeing 121, airport is at your 11 o'clock 17 miles. Report the field in sight.
SARM approach mode. Let's do field in sight.
Field in sight, Boeing 121.
Boeing 121, cleared visual approach runway 1.
Cleared visual approach 1, Boeing 121.
Oh, it's brought us in steep, hasn't it? Let's get that gear down. Get those flaps out. This is a very steep approach. I don't like this at all. I probably shouldn't have followed the instruction where it said to go to heading 035. I think that was probably a mistake, if I'm being honest. But that's okay.
2,500.
2,500 feet, that's good. So this is an RNAV approach. So the plane is now slowing down.
Boeing 121, no tower services available at St. George Airport. Frequency change approved. Have a good one.
Frequency change approved, Boeing 121, take care.
Okay, no tower services available, so we're on our own. Yikes. This is steep, 3,000 feet per minute. Yeah, the mistake was obeying that turn left heading 035 instruction, I think. There we go. Now we can start to level off. Good gravy. Okay, let's get our speed down to 160. My goodness. Yeah, these ATC systems aren't perfect, are they? Okay, so we got an approach speed with flap 30 of 138. We'll add 5, we'll make that 143.
1,000.
Let's go to our final approach speed, shall we? And we will stow the auto brakes, or the speed brakes I should say, arm them, gear down, flaps 30. Right, let's see if I can do us a semi-decent landing here, shall I? I feel like this has been very rushed. I've not really enjoyed this approach, I've got to be honest. However, the airport does look very nice indeed, so well done, Orbx. Alright, shall we disable the autopilot? And let's bring it home. Nice and steady. What a beautiful area though. I remember as we flew into Vegas in real life, just sort of looking down over Utah, just thinking, wow, this is something, you know. Very nice indeed. Just that colour of the landscape. Something about it.
500.
Okay. Picture looks pretty good. It does seem like we're coming in a little bit high.
300.
I think we're going to be okay.
100.
50 over the threshold.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And we're down. A little bit on the firm side. Into reverse we go. It would seem we're completely on our own from BeyondATC's point of view. There's no tower, there's no ground, it just is what it is. We're still tuned to LA Center, in fact. Alright, this will be us. Let's just make a turn here. And once again, the old Tobii eye tracker coming into its own. I love it for on the ground, it's really good. Ah, look at that, we've got an animated person. I don't believe that's GSX doing that. I think that's... is that the airport doing that? I think it might be. I haven't told GSX where we're parking, so I'm presuming that's the airport. Jolly good. Parking brake on. Eye tracker off. APU is available. Let's take power from it. And of course, let's shut those engines down. Alright, let's take a look around this airport. And again, thanks to Orbx for hooking us up with a copy. The developers, Prepare Flight, have done a very lovely job of this car park already. I think that's basically one sure way to win me over if you're a developer of an airport. It's just make a decent car park. I really don't like bad car parks. I think it just is so jarring and it takes away so much from the experience. But yeah, really lovely area. I mean, just look at that scenery. So this is kind of where I like to see third-party airports play a role, because sometimes the best looking places in the sim can actually have the kind of drabbest default airports because they're kind of in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, the airports aren't the greatest out of the box. Which, yeah, that's kind of where the third parties get to come in and kind of bring the airports up to the level of the scenery that surrounds them. So done a lovely, lovely job here. Again, quite nice that this is an RNAV approach rather than an ILS. I do think I rely on ILS rather too much in general, if I'm being honest. Almost like it's a bit of a cheat code, but you can see like lovely ground textures here going on, and a big GA area. Lots of static aircraft too. What's that over the other side there? That's is that more GA stuff? Not sure. But yeah, really nice airport. They've done a lovely job. High resolution 4K textures, PBR materials, custom ground polygons, and custom animated jetways, and animated people, it says as well. So I'm guessing then that the ground stuff there that were kind of waving me in, I'm guessing that was from the airport and not from GSX, because I didn't tell GSX, you know, that I want to park at a certain gate. I didn't tell it anything. And usually when I don't tell it anything, you don't get anything from it. So that's a nice touch indeed. And yeah, you can just tell that, yeah, the models have been very nicely put together here. Of course, the big test will be at night time, because again, that's another area where your kind of third-party airports can play a role, because in the on the default stuff at night time, it can start to look a little bit iffy quite quickly. So let's fly us back over to where we parked, and we'll change the time to night and get a sense of the differences between day and night, because I think personally, I want to do more night flying. I feel like I'm very, very weak at night. So I'm keen to do more night flying, and obviously airports like this that light up nicely at night, that's got to be a good thing. Here we go then, back at the main terminal building. So let's do the obligatory change the time to night time and just see how it all changes. So obviously we're midday at the moment, and let's bring it forward nice and gently, and here come the lights. There we go. Let's get it into some darkness. Yeah, so that's very nicely done, isn't it? Very nicely done. What about the other side? So we've got lighting in the car park too. That's nice to see. And what about the terminal building? Anything on the terminal building? Is it like a sign or anything like that? Yeah, so we've got lighting shining down upon the sign. So again, just like lighting up that building nicely. Really nice car park. I mean, look at all the trees and the detail. Oh, the sign does light up as well. That's nice. St George Regional Airport. Yeah, that's great. That it's nice to have some airports like this that are kind of up there in the quality of what we've come to expect from other third-party airports. Runway lights, taxiway lights, all looking really good. Smashing. Yeah, that's nice. That was a really fun flight, and obviously BeyondATC made it a bit interesting as well. I'm not sure I made the right call though. When they told us to turn left, was it heading 035? I kind of feel like maybe that was the wrong call. I should have just held my guns and carried on with our flight plan, because we came in way too high there towards the end, and ultimately I think that wasn't great. So I certainly wouldn't have done that had I been in charge, put it that way. And had a controller told me to do that on VATSIM, I'd have been a bit like, what? Like, you're bringing me in a bit high. I'm not happy with that. So I think airport, very, very nice. Well done. Prepare flight. Thanks again to Orbx for hooking us up with it. It's been, well, it's always a pleasure to check these out, but I think BeyondATC definitely has some room to go. And that's not me complaining. It's early access software, and I think it's important that we acknowledge what early access software means. It doesn't mean you just get to access it early. It means it's early because it's not done yet. So hence I'm not here kind of getting really angry at it, being like, rah, 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 BeyondATC's rubbish, uninstall it. It's early access software. Please understand that. Like, I get that you've spent money on it, but it's still early access software. So really keen to see how it grows and develops, because they've been pretty quick on the updates. There's been updates fairly regularly, and they're cooking over there. So it's great to see. And again, it just all kind of harkens back to, look at this scenery we've got, look at the planes that we've got, and look at the planes that are coming out, and look at the AI ATC that are on the bubble at the minute. It's a really great time to be a simmer. So I think gratitude is the overwhelming feeling for all of it. So thank you very much indeed to Orbx for helping us out with this scenery. Prepare flight. Good job, everyone. Well done. Very much enjoyed the airport and the flight in. Really nice area to be flying in. And BeyondATC, keep at it. Keep at it. It's a hard problem to solve, is air traffic. And even though we've seen some mistakes in previous flights and, bits and pieces that weren't quite right, the majority is very, very impressive. So just keep at it. Keep on that track. It's I think with time it will get there, and when it does get there, I think it's going to be a really, really nice bit of kit to play with. Anyway, I'm going to stop rounding there. I hope you've enjoyed the flight. If you have, please leave us a like. It helps the video and the channel a ton, and get subbed if you're not already, so you don't miss more content. Until next time, guys, take the very best care of yourselves, and as always, happy flying.